love it. Thank you for being our spokesperson. It's really great. So what I got was that we started with a map and we built out. We all put our worlds on there. And we all brought different skills. Put it out there. It's out to working together on building our map.
Can I add to the map part? Just because it's on a box, why don't we use the fact that we're still in a square world and then we're building on top of ideas?
Yeah, perfect.
Starting from a square into like an abstract.
Yeah, we went outside the box. Exactly.
I wonder if this isn't the answer. I know a lot of things built to find the answer, but I think maybe kind of like what we've all been talking about. We've all been talking about the process. And I feel like we've all been talking about the process, so maybe this isn't the answer. Maybe it's a first step towards a brainstorm. Because we all have so many different things going on here that maybe it's ideas and not answers.
In relation to that, I wrote down finding the right way of communicating. And that's why I felt like this was a process of how to approach certain things. And then also I really liked your idea about the unison, or the underlying unison of the variety of all of us. You know, there's still this, underneath all of this, there's some connection between every part, every segment of it. You know, you just really have to look at it to understand, or work through it to understand the process.
Would you be flexible with that word, the right way of communicating, maybe the effective way of communicating?
Effective.
Yeah.
There's no wrong or right way. So Or what would be nice is, what I've been noticing is a lot of people communicate in a lot of different ways. So effective, I suppose, would, you know, effective way of communicating, so I could talk to you and have it, you know, mean the same things to both of you, to getting your point across. It's a really hard thing to translate.
So should we look for another word? We could be to powerfully communicate.
Communicating in order to find understanding.
Meaningful communication.
To me, one word comes to mind as
If you're still feeling it, it's probably wrap it up in the next minute or so.
I feel like the word try kind of comes to mind. Because I think you try to communicate, you try to find an answer, you try to be creative, you try to work as a team, you try. And I wonder how that will fit in.
We can acknowledge the fact that this is our first model. And that would,
Yeah, it's our first project.
it is.
It's the baby.
And we have the communication over here and goes all around.
Exactly. There's people on the phone in the little hut.
Just to add something to what you said,
Maybe the second
Yoda
step is
from the Star Wars will say there is no try, you do it or you don't. So you know, sometimes you don't try things, you just go and do it.
And so we are in velocity with the. They say 5 minutes. It's been like 5 minutes. So who's gonna film or who's gonna be the spokesperson? Yes. and
I'm
you-
filming already.
That could be the video right there.
Yeah.
Why not just make that the video?
Oh, you already did it. Good.
You filmed all our ideas, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. It doesn't need to be like structured. I don't think. That's okay with everyone.
So would you say
Just making that the video. I mean, this is us.
Yeah, because it was a discussion. I really like it.
Doesn't need to be structured.
Yeah.
exactly? And I like what Sandra said that, you know, if anybody wants to speak, they can speak. It's a great idea. Quaker style. Quaker style. I like it.
I think it's interesting because usually I would finish something like this and say, oh, but what if we put this here, that would be so awesome. Why didn't I think of that? But I feel like now that I have to stop
are in the project, once that deadline hits, you have to launch what you have. And so that's the pressure we have to create something, and this is kind of what happens. You have to live with what you have, and you can decide whether you like it or not. I think I like what Bea said about it being a representation of what brainstorm is.
Yes.
If you can finish up your videos, you can also return to them afterward. And we're going to be building on that until.
And for me, it does
The
look
next part of this is actually road
like, you know, there's organic elements to it. You know, there's nature and spirit and the spirit guardian. You know, it's based on the first conversations that we had about it. That's what, you know, something you mentioned the spiritual side, and Ben talked about being inspired by nature, and boom.
what you look like
Tijuana.
something you focus on.